A wired residential gateway device is more powerful than a broadband modem. Because it includes a router and an Ethernet switch, it's possible to connect more than one PC or more than one other personally owned local area network device to the worldwide internet. Multiple devices connected this way can talk to one another. In this diagram, we show just one PC connected to one of the Ethernet LAN connectors on this wired residential gateway device. This gives a situation fairly similar to the connection of a single PC through a broadband modem, but there are important differences. Firstly, because that wired residential gateway device includes a NAT router, all of the benefits and all of the restrictions of the NAT technology apply to this connection. That PC always has a NAT firewall. Unsolicited traffic coming from the internet toward that PC will never get through that NAT firewall unless special steps are taken to configure port forwarding. Because of the restrictions of the NAT protocol, you will find it more difficult to host services on that PC. You could have, for example, a game server or a web server or an internet voice server or a file server running on that PC. But your friends out on the worldwide internet would be unable to discover it or connect with it unless you take extra steps. Those steps would involve talking to the wired residential gateway device's NAT router section to turn on ports for port forwarding or port triggering, or to configure that computer to set up, or to configure that NAT router to set up your single PC as a demilitarized zone, which essentially negates all of the firewall protection of NAT. At the time of this publication in early 2010, this architecture is fairly commonplace among beginners to the internet. Internet service providers often now provide this kind of a box instead of a broadband modem. It allows them to be uniform in all of their customers and to meet customers' expectations that perhaps they could connect more than one PC. However, beginners owning only one PC can use this architecture to connect their one PC to the wired residential gateway, and all of the client services that are the most popular on the internet work just fine with this technology, and those customers benefit from the hardware firewall features that are inherent in a NAT router.